And here is Warrior. And you can see from these two cards right here what kind of warrior this is. This is Pirate Warrior. I love playing Pirate Warrior, but it doesn't do very well for me. This deck has practically zero card draw, uses none of the Grim Patrons or Frothing Berserkers, and generally just relies on pirates. Just relies on pirates. I'm glad I have the Fiery War Axe in my starting hand, because normally that's buried miles away. And I have 5 weapons and 2 minions that provide weapons. So what we're actually going to do right now is we're going to play the axe first, and not attack with it. The axe is there just in case he plays other minions. There is a risk that he's going to pull out an Acidic Swamp Ooze right now. He's not, because he's coining out. Probably a Spider Tank. This is a mech mage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it. This is a danger. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to play the ship's cannon, which has a, whenever I play a pirate, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Go 50-50! There we go. Doesn't normally work out that well. By the way, if you're a pirate warrior, turn 1 coin ship's cannon, coin, turn 1 coin ship's cannon, turn 2 ship's cannon is horrendous. Is absolutely horrendous. In fact, with this deck, I just want to keep the pressure on. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this 1-2 in. We're going to execute this. Then we're going to play the Bloodsail Raider, doing another 2 damage to his face, and holding onto the weapon. It's very aggressive, but pirates are there to gain temporary tempo gain. That's what they're there for. You gain temporary tempo from them. Like here. Here's some more temporary tempo. I play the 2-1 charger. It hits that, which means I can then play this, which will kill this. And then I can deal 2, 4, 9. That's nasty. However, you notice I've only got 1 card left. I am 1 Cone of Cold, or Freeze Nova with a Doomsayer. Not a Doomsayer, away from being in trouble. However, that's a salty dog, and that is a terrifying prospect for him to face, so I'm going to play it. It's a 7-4, and it missed. I actually wanted that to miss then. I should have actually hit first with the weapon on the Snow Chugger. So now I have a lot of damage on board. He's going to have to deal with that. He has to deal with it, and then he'll hit that with his hero power. But I still have 7 damage on the board. And I now have a weapon. Worse than that, I have a Warsong Commander, which gives minions with 3 or less attack charge, and a minion with 3 attack. I'm frozen, but that minion can still charge. Which means he's at 5. He could very well Flame Strike here and clear the board. There's the Flame Strike, no doubt. No! There is the Antique Heal Bot. Well, he can't have Flame Strike. I guess he doesn't have Flame Strike. Well played. Was not expecting a win that quickly. That is what pirates can do. They can rush you down really hard, and if you don't have the answers, like taunts are brilliant against pirates, but there aren't many taunts being played right now. You see Sludge Belchers, you see Tyrion, you do see Annoyatrons. Annoyatrons are not good against pirates, like, as in, they're not good for the pirates. You play an Annoyatron, and suddenly you have something you have to hit twice. Not good. Wasn't expecting that quick a win. Which means the next match is going to be awful. So let's try the next one. It's going to be terrible, isn't it? Oh yeah.
Versus Jaina.
It's another mage! And this is a more typical hand to see when you are a pirate warrior. My hand is full of weapons and absolutely nothing else. So I'm actually going to get rid of all of them. Because I need some more early game. That is early game, unfortunately. That is the Captain's Parrot, and that is as close to early game as I am going to get. And that's a problem. That is a Clockwork Gnome, which says this is a Mech Mage. That is less of a problem. I could coin out the ship's cannon, but it won't survive. But I need something on the board to slow him down, so I'm actually going to coin out the Captain's Parrot. I had one Druid, when I coined out a Captain's Parrot, concede immediately. And I never to this day knew why. But he's just going to hero power that. And kill it. And then go for my face. This is a problem. I need the Fiery War Axe now. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth here. That was very lucky. He does have a spare part. You do see the occasional mage, well, the ranks I'm at, playing Gazlo. So now we actually have a pretty strong play with the ship's cannon. There is a spider tank. Ooh. Another ship's cannon. Another ship's parrot. The best play here, actually, is to just play the Bloodsail Raider. It's a risk, because he could Frostbolt it, but nothing else on the board will actually kill that spider tank. That's a Cogmaster. That's a Flame Cannon. That's not a Flame Cannon. That's a... Yeah, you should trade here. You really should trade here. You really should trade here. Just thinking, that was... You should trade. However, we have a pretty good drop here. That stays alive, and I'm going to hold on to my axe. I need that axe so that I can get a few buffs. So he's going to trade, which is actually surprising. Oh, that's very surprising. I'm going to go with the risk here. And I'm going to play the ship's cannon followed by the South Sea Captain. I've got to go with the 50-50 here, because if I don't, I'm going to fall behind. That didn't work. So the best bet actually is to hold on to the weapon and not hit. It does seem counterintuitive, but that is actually the best play here, I think. Interesting fact, you cannot use Wild Pyromancer Equality to kill two South Sea Captains. They buff each other so that they end up being the same amount of health. Like, they end up being 2 health, because they both give each other +1 tap, +1 health. So if you Wild Pyromancer Equality, what will happen is you'll kill your own Wild Pyromancer, and they'll be left at as 4 ones. Interesting fact. Right. Right, what I want to do here is I want to play this, which buffs them, and this, which buffs that. And then I want to play a Captain's Parrot. What? That is such a good thing to see. That is so good! Captain Greenskin next turn would be brilliant, but I can't leave that 4-2 alive. I cannot leave it alive. It's just too dangerous. It's too dangerous for me to leave that alive. Captain Greenskin is a 5-4 pirate with a upgrade included. It's good value. He probably didn't have anything that he could really capitalize on. But he can't do that. Like, he cannot go and kill the 5-5 with the 4-5 unless he buffs it, or unless he hits the 5/5. That is an odd choice. That is a very odd choice. That is a really unusual choice of play, and he should have pinged the 1/1, because now I'm going to kill this. Giving me a Rusty Horn. Not great. Not great. I'm going to play this, purely because it gets buffed +2/+2 into a 3/4. I am going to clear this. I'm not going to clear that 4/4. Because those two South Sea Captains are buffing my whole board. Another Fiery War Axe at this point next turn would be wonderful. Is that Flame Strike? He'd have played it last turn. That's Polymorph. Not the worst result. Not the worst result. Because they still buffs one of the pirates. There's a Water Elemental. And he didn't kill... He didn't kill the 1/1, which means... Execute time. Not bad actually to play this when you have a South Sea Captain on, because then it's a 4/4 taunt for 4, which is the same stats-wise as Ascension, just slightly swapped around. Actually better to deal with a Priest. So that's not a bad play by itself. I'm waiting for a weapon, though. I have 2 Fiery War Axes, 2 Death's Bites, Gore Howl, just 1, and the 2 Arathi Weaponsmiths. Arathi Weaponsmiths right now actually wouldn't be too bad. A 2/2 weapon buffed into a 3/3 weapon. Not a bad weapon. You still don't have Flame Strike. You'd have played it immediately if you had Flame Strike. Unless you have Deathwing. I'm in trouble if he has Deathwing. I'm generally in trouble with any deck if they have Deathwing. It's one card I've really considered crafting, but I just cannot justify 1600 dust to craft Deathwing. I don't even know what deck I'd put him in. Hello, Piloted Shredder. Hello, Annoy... Ah, there's the Annoyatron. There is a... emergency coolant. And you're going to ping the 3/3. Okay, he doesn't have Flame Strike still. That is actually really not a good card to see. That is a really bad card to see.
Scurvy dog.
So we're going to kill that, because we have to kill that. I really have to leave it like this, though. I have to hold on to Captain Greenskin for a weapon. Death's Bite with Captain Greenskin is a brilliant combination. So he's going to trade in the... That still isn't going to be the best, though, but it does mean that's now back to being a 1/2. There's a Kezan Mystic. I was kind of hoping that that would be a... Kind of hoping that would have been a Doomsayer, but I'm not so lucky. Now I'm just out of options with Greenskin. I have to play him now. Hit any of them. That one is not the worst one you could hit. The correct thing for me to hit here is this. Because now he can't run that in and get a free freeze on me. And then I need to execute it. And in fact, I should have actually put a taunt up on the ship's cannon. But actually, the ship's cannon staying alive isn't too bad, because my deck is full of pirates. That's fine. It is just a sub... What do you have in your hand that you are holding on to so desperately? That is not a good card to see. But I'll play it. I'll play it. I'll play it. Now, if I were to get an Arathi Weaponsmith next turn, that would not be a bad card to see. I do not know what he's holding on to, what that card is. Another Annoyatron. Is that a Frostbolt? Is that a Frostbolt? That's a Fireball! Wow! And there's a War Axe. That is the kind of thing I want to see. A War Axe. Fair enough. We are now literally in the top decking wars, but I have a weapon and 10 armor. And now he has Ysera. Or Alexstrasza. Well, he doesn't have Alexstrasza. That is a Fireball, or a Frostbolt, or an Ice Lance. It's something either really damaging... another minion. I'm actually going to hold on to my axe. Just in case he plays a minion and kills that, I have something to hit it with. I don't have another upgrade. There's a Frostbolt. And he's going to ping me. I can armor up faster than he can hit me with the his hero power. Hello! Really nice card to see if you hold on to your axe. Really nice card to see if you hold on to your axe. 5-3. Not a bad minion. And I have one less card actually than he does. Why do I have one less? Hello, Mech Warper. That I'm going to use my axe on. That I'm definitely going to use my axe on. Unless I get something better. Another weapon. I'm actually going to hit this. Not bad. Then I'm going to play this. And then I'm just going to start hitting him. Because I have 8 damage in my hand. Held out there going, I have 8 damage. Do you have a taunt? Is what I'm now asking him. Do you possess a taunt?
Something needs tinkering?
No. You might possess a taunt now. If that is a rusty horn... Oh, it's a rusty horn! Ooh. That's bad. That's not terrible. I'll hold on to it, though. I'll hold on to it. I'll hold on to it, because you can just hero power that. Hello, Meg Warper. Now I'm in a bad situation, but I have another Fiery War Axe. Now, I just want to start playing minions at this point. There we go. Do I want to... Yes, actually I do want to do that. I do want to do that. Because if I don't do that, if I get Gorehowl in my hand right now, I've won. Is that an ice block? It's unlikely to be an ice block. Mech Mage tends not to play ice block. They tend to play nastier things, like Mirror Entity. Which makes me really, really averse to playing this salty dog. So I'm just going to armor up. This is interesting. There is a Gorehowl in here in my next 6 cards. The question is, am I going to survive long enough to actually play it? There is a question. And then, if that's Ice Block, I'm in serious trouble. That is not what I want to see. But I could use it to provoke a Mirror Entity. And then play this. There we go. Now I have a minion. He also has 2 more damage on the board. I'm just basically buying time for Gorehowl. Another secret. That's another Mirror Entity. So he's going to hit that. He's going to trade in his 4-5 into my 4-7, which... No, he's not. Ooh. Is that a bad card to see? Yes, that is actually a very bad card to see. My best bet, actually, is to just hold out for Gorehowl. Because I don't want to give him 3 more damage, even if I get 2 more damage. That's a Fireball or a Pyroblast. That's a Fireball. That really reduces the amount of turns I can do this to 2. Death Spite. That'll do. Death Spite will do. Death Spite will do. I knew I had another one. Gorehowl is right at the bottom of the deck. I can armor up. And that's the important thing. Do you have Frostbolt? You have Flame Strike. I'm terribly sorry. Right, we just need to hit him. Well played, sir. That was close. That was really close. Ooh. Warriors do not do the best when it comes to the top decking war, as you could plainly see there. It was a close one. So there were two more of my classes there. The Warrior Pirate deck and the Hunter Death Rattle deck. So we've seen those, you've seen Priest, and you've seen Paladin. But there are a fair few more classes that I could do in the future. So for now, I'll catch you next time. And those were some lucky matches. Yeah, Paladin Shredder definitely man of the matches there for Hunter. Really good there. And Ship's Cannon doing really well at the beginning of the first Warrior match. Hats off to Ship's Cannon. So, we'll see you later. Catch you then. Later. 10 more gold! Woohoo!